Okay, this is the Everyone Show podcast. I'm your host for the most, Wayne, and this is the man in the pits with the tits, Brendan. Say hello.
Hello, everyone.
What a week. What a week you had. We had a world exclusive interview, didn't we?
Yep, that's fantastic. That was great fun meeting him. Such a legend.
It was great fun, and he's definitely going to be coming back. We're going to have him on the show, earn his hot takes, maybe in a couple of races' time. Yeah, and he can give his verdict on the season so far. That would be great.
He had some good ideas about some good views on. I think he's going to be a good source of input.
He will be. His insight, his wealth of knowledge.
Yeah.
100 Grand Prix. 100 Grand Prix.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So our first segment on the show is going to be retractions. Obviously, are you having a laugh?
Are you having a laugh? Is she having a laugh?
Okay. Now let me read out. We've only got 2 retractions today, both by me, as always. The first retraction is, I apologise to all viewers for not knowing what a woodchuck is. I mean, I've never heard it before, ever. What is a woodchuck,
Charles Wood.
Well, what is a woodchuck? I don't know. Tell me what.
It's a small furry animal. It's like a rodent type, gopher, like a big fat squirrel. It's like a beaver type thing. Should we find a picture of a woodchuck?
You can find me a picture of a woodchuck if you want, but that's my first retraction. I apologise for not being informed on what a woodchuck is for the interview.
It's a groundhog.
It's a groundhog. The second retraction is, I think I inadvertently accused Ernie of drinking on the job. I must apologise for that profusely. The great man himself. At different times. I just thought different times. Those must have been the norm.
What kind of slack professional would be drinking on the job?
It's disgusting to think that people would drink on any job. I just...
It's shocking. Terrible. What a lack of professionalism.
Lack of professionalism on my account. So that's the 2 retractions.
We don't want this turning into some kind of lowbrow plonk cast.
I know.
As,
I know that
other people call them.
That's terrible. That would be terrible for us.
Shocking. Yeah.
Okay. So let's move on to pit talk. Pit talk. Okay, we're back there from my lovely intro. That's a loud applause today, a loud applause. I don't know how it's going to come out. Okay, so Brendan, do you want to start or do you want me to start? Because I think the bitching has started already.
Oh, yeah.
I think this new side pod, it's got everybody's knickers in a twist, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. It's something to talk about, certainly. And everybody is, I think, because it's so many unknowns, it's the obvious thing to look at. It's the most obvious difference between all the cars, I would say. Basically,
let's get a picture of this up. Let's get a picture of this up. AirPod. Oh no! See, you type in AirPod Mercedes, and you're going to get headphones.
Yeah.
Oh,
there's a good comparison.
I did a little burp
it's
there.
Half a Mercedes and half different cars. What?
I did a little burp there on down the microphone. That would be another retraction.
Oh, nice. Classy.
What are these AirPods that people are moaning about? I can't. Air ducts. What do we call them? Air ducts.
F1 side pods. If you Google that, I'm sure you'll get some hits on that.
Mercedes side pods. Okay, so here we go. No, Mercedes side pods. Here we go. Let's have a look at this. Here we go. Let's get that one up here. We'll put this on this screen. Here, come on. Here we go. And we'll share the screen. Share the screen. There. Right. So, why are everybody getting so annoyed? Is it these things here? I'm just pointing with my mouse.
No, it's further forward. So there's
these fellas.
Yeah. Have you got WhatsApp open on your computer?
Not yet, but I will do. You've got a
So I've
clearer
just WhatsApped
image.
you.
I suppose
Yeah,
you've
I've
got a
just
clearer
done
image
an
because you're
image.
professional. See, that's why people think you're the professional here, and I'm just the oily rag. I've got WhatsApp.
Well,
It's
you know.
opening now. It's opening now. But why have they all got? Explain to the listeners and the viewers why everybody's knickers are in a twist about this.
Okay, so basically the side pods have two main functions. There's an air intake on the front. What image have you got up just now?
I've got
nothing. Right, so there's an air intake on the front, and
I've got an
that
image sharing
Ferrari
here. Can
image,
you?
for example.
Oh, the Ferrari one here at the top. Can you see it?
Yeah. So the air goes in at the front, just after the prancing horse logo there.
Yeah. Okay.
So the air goes in through there.
Yeah.
And inside there, they have oil coolers, they have coolers for the engine, that sort of thing, right?
Right.
So
Okay.
it goes in there and it serves that purpose. That's purpose one, right?
Okay.
The second purpose is that if you look at the, I'm trying to scroll down on your images. If you look at the floor, basically what it's trying to do is the air goes underneath the side pod where the Shell logo is at the bottom of the shell. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got it.
Down that dark patch there. Yeah. So it goes down there to create to force air over the floor. Now the air over the floor does a couple of things. It pushes pushes the car down, which holds it to the track better. Yeah. And on the McLaren also they bleed off some air over the side pod. I've
got some images here you've sent me. Let me just. Yeah. Did you want to get those up?
Yeah. If you open the one
I've got the WhatsApp image, but now it's I can't seem to get it to. Can we download? There we go. We'll download that. That'll appear here. We'll download this. So go on. Keep telling us about these AirPods. Go on.
Yeah, so it will. What are we talking about? Yeah, so the flow of air will go under where the Shell logo is.
Yeah.
And it will create pressure, pushing the car down, and the air will be distributed to other places rather usefully. In the case of McLaren, there was some images shown last week of spray, where you saw the vortices being formed, which sealed the floor, which seemed to help with the porpoising.
Yeah.
So it's used for that, but obviously with the side of the Mercedes side pods. I think have I shown you? Have I sent the image? Hang on, let me just.
You sent me this image here, which is a Ferrari, and it's comparing it to the McLaren.
A McLaren, yeah.
There's that one.
So
and you sent me this
image.
If
you enlarge that one, we don't need the Red Bull one yet.
Oh, okay.
If you enlarge that McLaren and the Ferrari,
that's as large as I'm getting it, I think.
Right. So you can see the air intakes, right? And there's a certain within the design specifications of the different sizes that they need to be, but depending on what gear they've got in there, how big the radiator is, what they're cooling, all that kind of stuff, depends on the size of it. How the wing, the nose cone is set up, the nose wing is set up directing the air in there over the suspension struts and the steering struts.
So like the Ferraris, this side, it's just pushing it into this AirPod here.
Yes, yeah.
And the difference here compared to
it's
the McLaren?
A bit higher and it's a smaller, so either it's forcing the air faster in there.
Yeah.
Because they've got the engines are going to be running similar temperatures, so they've got to cool them down.
Yeah.
They're going to be running in similar ambient air temperatures, so they've got to get a similar amount of cooling effect going on. So either the air's going in faster on the McLaren, but it's going in a bigger area on the Ferrari. It's just different ways of skinning the same cat.
It is, because the pressure is going to be different, isn't it? If there's a bigger side pod here, the pressure is going to be lower, isn't it? I'm presuming. Hey, what do you reckon?
Yeah.
So let's look at the Mercedes one that's got everybody's knickers in the twist. Let's have a look. I've got to go here, go to downloads. We never promised to be professional, did we? We didn't
No,
say that. No, we didn't.
Kind of in the name.
Here it is. It's tiny again. It's come up quite tiny. But what are we looking at here?
Okay, if we're talking about the cooling of it,
Yeah.
all right, you can see that there's a very small intake there.
Okay. What, this here?
Right, yeah,
This
just
bit?
there, yeah, that black bit, yeah, there's
Yeah,
very
yeah.
small intake there. So there is some air going in there, and there is going to be some cooling over whatever radiator is there. But the obvious thing to look at, or the other thing to think about, is where are they getting the rest of the air from to cool the engine down and to cool
Right.
the other parts of the engine down. If you look at the hoop intake under the T on the red Ineos
Okay, yeah,
section,
under the T, yeah.
no, up on the top, the red part,
Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah.
right?
This red
That's
part, yeah.
a lot bigger, right? That
This
intake at
bit,
the
this
front,
whole red bit,
yeah,
it's
Yeah.
almost got like a 1970s kind of air intake. Just
yeah.
putting it, just
And
putting it out
Alpine
there.
have that as well. So
Okay.
Alpine have they've had that for a while, the large air intake up there. And there's a couple of things there. It's getting cleaner air. It's going to push air, maybe the air's getting pushed off the nose up higher and forced in there a bit better. The whole thing about this is to stop turbulence.
Are the halos regulation, or can they mess with those?
I think they're supplied by F1. They're standard pieces.
So they can't sculpt those in any way.
I would think the height of them is adjustable
standard.
depending on the driver.
But the shape,
Yeah.
maybe the shape, how the air goes over them, would that be allowed?
There's certainly some of them have trims on them.
Yeah. So
So
they do
you-
have
yeah, it'll
some
be-
kind of agency
Aero
to mess
feature
with
on
it a little bit.
Yeah.
So, but what particularly has got people in a flap about the Mercedes one? I don't understand.
Right. Okay. Bring up the image of the Ferrari I've just sent you.
Okay, you just sent that now. Okay. Let's just. I've got to download it into two different goddamn boxes. Oh no, I can put it onto the desktop here. Do that. Let's do that. Open. Okay, tiny again. Brilliant.
Right. No, you get all the black section.
Yeah.
Right. It basically on the bottom under the shell sign. Right.
Yeah.
That basically. Everybody knows how fat that comes out. In that previous picture we saw against the McLaren.
Yeah.
See how far out that comes. That's like an aeroplane wing. It's.
They've really gone to
air
town with the downforce effects of the underside of the car. They've literally gone.
So they're using the side pod as part of the aero package to force the car down.
That
whereas
actually
Mercedes
almost
aren't.
looks separate. It almost looks like it's separate here, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And the other
and
cars haven't done that.
If you bring up that Red Bull picture now.
Okay. Oh, it went back to
It's
here.
down there, down at the bottom.
Down here,
Oh,
look, with the go faster
there you
bit.
go.
Oh, that's a lot more. They haven't done that. Oh, I see.
Right.
Go
Yeah,
on.
they have. So it's more angled. The Ferrari's got a big, fat, chunky kind of airplane wing. This has got a sloping. It slopes down under the Red Bull between the top of the word O, the top of the letter O on Oracle.
Yeah.
You see it sloping backwards down under Red Bull. So you can see that's got, that there's a very definite channel under the side pod there. And then they've got the vents.
If we look at the Ferrari one again, let's just open it. It's tiny, I'm sorry guys, but it's there, right? If you look at the Ferrari one, it almost looks like this bit here is a separate bit manufactured, like almost just, you know what I mean? This bit looks almost integral to the whole bodywork. This looks like almost looks like the red bit's been glued on the top. Using my technical
Maybe
terms.
maybe they remember at the first at Barcelona testing,
right?
Mercedes had side pods.
Okay.
And maybe Ferrari have hedged their bets and said, right, we've got an alternative. We've got two ways of doing this.
Yeah.
We can either do it with side pods, or we can do it with big fat side pods that add to the aero effect, or we can do it with skinny side pods like Mercedes have done. And they've built the car in a way that they can change that relatively easily. And there was a certain element of that with Red Bull last week. Red Bull are kind of in the middle of everybody at the moment. They've done a little bit of what Mercedes have done, a little bit of what Ferrari have done. Have done a little bit. They've got the whole package all mixed up.
Yeah.
They got the most combined package rather than the extremes. And maybe Ferrari are hedging their bets. Maybe we'll see them switching those big fat side pods to another design later in the season.
Yeah, but I don't understand why everyone's whinging about Mercedes though. Is it
so
usual
if
bitching?
you go back to the McLaren or the Mercedes front on view.
The Mercedes, a Mercedes front on view.
No, it was what was the front on view I sent? Yeah, the McLaren and the Ferrari together.
Okay. Yeah. There it is.
Right, so the design specifications if you look at the generic Formula One car that the FIA brought out.
Oh, right. Now, let me get a picture of that.
Last season. Right.
Okay.
Well, you can get a picture, but there's basically a basic outline that you're allowed to use. There's a box section around the front wing, for example.
Right. Okay.
So on the McLaren on the right, that height there is probably as high as you can go.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So there's a limit there.
Right.
And there's a limit to the width, and there's a limit to the depth, and a limit to the height. And the same with the intakes.
Right.
That'll have been designed on the FIA specs, saying that there has to be an air intake on the side. It protects the driver to some extent, right? The barge boards that we had previously, we had to protect from sideways impact. So the intake has to be of a certain size, Now, Mercedes are saying that the wing mirrors that they've developed are offering that protection instead of the side pods. So they've still got that protection, but in a different format.
Oh, so that's a bit of a bold claim, isn't it, really?
It is, yeah. But, importantly, Red Bull have backed off on their complaint about it.
Have they?
So they've obviously been satisfied, that it's compliant.
It's almost like it sets a precedent for the season. The whole... Again, it's almost picking up where we left off, isn't it? The whole...
yeah. They're always going to argue with each other. And
here's another nice little picture of the extreme side. I thought they were moaning about this grill intake here. I thought that's what all the moaning was about.
We spoke about this in episode 2 or 3, I think.
Oh, check that out, guys. Check that out. Like and subscribe.
Yeah, available on the YouTube channel.
Yeah,
If you look at a lot of the early cars, there was 3 or 4 that had them, and the rest of the teams didn't. 6 or 7 of the teams didn't have them, and now all the teams have got them. So we're seeing the car getting developed and changing as they go along.
Okay. So this is a very darty kind of. That is literally an airplane at the front, isn't it? It's like an airplane at the front.
Yeah. Now, importantly, see that tie down halfway between the 44 and the P of Petronas. There's a metal bar going from the silver to the black.
There
floor.
To here? Yeah.
Yeah. So that's partly that's there to stop the floor buckling and keep the gap. So as the car's getting faster and faster and faster on the straight, the pressure gets higher and higher and pushes it down. And it's pushing the sides down so much it's closing that air gap and causing the porpoising. So they put those ties on there. They put that metal strap on there to stop that from happening, trying to stop it happening. And
doesn't that look like a little bit of a quick fix?
Yes, it is.
Almost like get the gaffer tape out. For the love of God.
But they can adjust it. Now, if you bring that Red Bull picture back up.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You really are making me earn my money here. Right, let's get that Red Bull.
Well, you've got to contribute something, mate. Come on.
hey. That Mazepin song, I'm telling you, I went to hell and back. Okay. So we've got the Red Bull up.
Red Bull are famous for their high rate car designs.
Right, okay.
Now, as we just saw, Mercedes have got those tie straps to stop the floor flexing and to keep it off the ground and stop it and to maintain that cushion they've got, right?
Right.
We mentioned earlier about McLaren. They've got the vortices that form a cushion at the side, stop the cushion from collapsing so they can have a slightly higher ride height.
Right, okay.
Now, the way Red Bull are doing it is they've got a rake angle there. Now, they've always had that. They've always liked a rake angle. Andrew Newey likes his slanty cars. And
Who doesn't
they
like a
can offer
slanty
that.
car? Who doesn't like a slanty?
It's the high rake, I like it. So by doing that, by having the back of the car higher off the ground,
Yeah.
it means that they've still got some downforce. They've got a lot more area. They've got more height to play with if the downforce pushes it down. Does
Right.
that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's the third way around the same problem. And that's part of the good thing about the new regulations is everyone's trying something different.
It's making them think.
Yeah.
I mean,
Making
like,
them earn the
like
money.
years gone by, it was just bring in last year's car, let's tamper with it, make it better. This is like, no, you've got to build a whole new car. And do you think it's going to be? Yeah, it's bringing out. Do you think it's bringing out the best in them and the worst as well? The bitchiness, obviously, we don't like that.
And you know what it's doing? You look at Haas and Kevin Magnussen getting top of the session in session 2 or day 2 in Bahrain.
Did K-Mag
Right,
get top of the session?
Haas was top of the session, right? Top of the timing board, right? Because they
Yeah, but whoa. Did that happen before the other cars put their tyres on?
No, he was the last one. He was the last one of the day because Haas were delayed because of logistics issues.
I thought they
Remember,
weren't being there. We discussed this. They weren't going to turn up. I thought.
we did. Yeah, but they got extra time. They missed 4 hours. So on the first day, so they get 2 hours extra on the second day, 2 hours extra on the last day, and that made up the time. But
so they were granted extra time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not
at
fair,
the end of the session.
Is that fair?
Yeah, because it wasn't their fault. It was a logistical issue.
Look, I'm a teacher.
Right?
If a kid turns up to an exam 45 minutes late, you don't just go, well, that's fine. The bus was late wasn't your fault. Okay.
I'm not getting into that with you, man. The facts are these. The facts are these.
Yeah, the facts are these. Facts don't care about your feelings. I get it. Right, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I
think we've covered.
The point is, Haas spent the money last year developing their 2022 car, and they have a complete package. Everyone said that they've got the most complete package. They know exactly what they're trying to do. They've tried all these different scenarios that all the teams are trying now. They've done all that.
So complete.
Because they had that extra time.
So complete that it's almost like you can stick any driver in it.
And it'd be better than Mazepin. You could stick a monkey in and it'd be better than Mazepin.
Wait a minute. Come on.
I might have to do a retraction.
No.
I may have to do a retraction next week.
I believe you said that. Not my Nicky. Anyway, so we've covered the side pods. So what other kind of moaning and bitching's been going on? What I wanted to ask is what's going on with this? The problem is it's the boy who cried wolf when it comes to Mercedes, isn't it? And especially Lewis Hamilton. It is, isn't it? It's no one's going to believe a word you say if you say go on.
That came out. We said that, and then that came out. That was posted on Instagram. That comedy sketch. Whatever it was, all from 2018 or 2017. Every year he's made a similar statement about how Mercedes are behind or somebody else is ahead. He's done the same thing, and that came out the same day you posted the Robo Driver meme. Cue that one right now.
Yeah. I can't. I'll cue it up.
Edit that in.
We could edit that in right now. I would just like to thank all the guys in the garage and for all their hard work and for all.
Right.
Okay, there you go.
Told you, right? So the day you put that up, it was on Instagram. Everybody's picking up on it. The Mercedes and particularly Lewis Hamilton are just soundbiting the same stuff every time. And let's just hope George Russell doesn't go down that. Let's hope he gets a different PR person, different rules or something, because I don't want him just churning out the factory issued comments.
What concerns me more is it's not just like before the races or about the car. It's like during races, he'll say my tyres are going off and then post the fastest lap. And it's like, dude, No one's going to listen to you. No one's. It's going to be a point of that signalling will just be irrelevant.
Now, to take it a little bit further,
Go on.
This chap.
Go on. Take it a
here,
bit further. We've
hang
got an
on,
hour.
Okay, there we go. This guy here, Nico Rosberg,
Okay. Oh yeah,
Right.
yeah.
recently said that everything that Lewis was whinging about,
Yeah, go on.
about the way that Max has been driving and elbows out and all that kind of stuff, is the way that Lewis treated Nico.
Really?
And he said that it would be interesting to see the stats about if they crashed. I mean, they definitely crashed together. They came together, the pair of them, a couple of times. But I don't know those seasons well enough to know whose fault
You
it
don't know
was.
those seasons? Oh, they come
That's
together.
why you're here.
Is it?
I've shown my worth.
To
Now
just
it's time
constantly
for
make
you to do that.
retractions? I think they came. I think they come together a couple of times, and it was always, it was my corner. Yeah, I just think.
So it was Rosberg right? That's what we need to find out. Was Rosberg right? Did Hamilton behave that way when he was a young upstart like Max is behaving right now?
I think we're going to see with Russell. What do you think on this? Do you think Russell's going to go for it? Like we said before, is he just going to go for it?
I would love him to. I think it would be fantastic if he did. If he went out and just whooped him and just really made him have to work for his money. Not only because he's pushing against Max, but because he's pushing against George in the same car, right? And then that's a mano a mano. The car issue is he's got a faster car than me. That's taken out of the equation, right?
Yeah. So
it'd be
what
great to see
you'd
it.
love him to do is like pre-season, all that, and on the run up to the first race, go, yeah, I'm your number 2. Yeah, no, I've got your back, buddy. I've got your back. Lights out, bang. See you later. That's what you want.
So in this, I was going to talk about this later when we come to predictions, right?
Oh,
If what Mercedes is saying is true, that they're having issues with their car, then I think George will outperform Lewis. I think George has a history of outperforming his car, right? If there's if there's issues, I think over the weekend, like Mr. Saturday and all that kind of stuff, and I think he'll still perform well because he's just pumped and he's going to do really well.
this is his chance. This is it.
Yeah, 100%.
The big shot.
But I think in reality, over the year, what we'll see is George towing the party line. He knows he's there for what was that, a 4-year contract he's got with Mercedes.
Yeah.
And Lewis is only going to be there another 2 years, and then George is number 1. So he just needs to bide his time.
It's like when Perez joined. When Perez joined Red Bull, it was like you knew this is his retirement package. He's not going to be messing with Verstappen, is he? It's the Bottas thing all over again. Exactly. But this guy's young. This guy's young, and he's already shown he's faster. I think. Did he show he's faster?
Yeah.
We've got the stats on that race, that one particular race. We should have had, but we're not professional.
Faster than Bottas.
No. I'm saying Russell, when he took the seat in Mercedes, was he faster out the box than Hamilton?
He was in Hamilton.
Oh no, he wasn't racing. Oh god, there's a retraction. Oh my god. It was Hamilton's seat he took every time.
Well done.
Every time I get caught out. But it'd be interesting.
I can understand, Bottas and Hamilton look the same.
They do look the same. And to be honest, do you think anyone could have beaten Bottas? Because he just can't warm those tyres up. Just couldn't do it. Couldn't do it.
I'll bow to you on that. I don't know. I really couldn't figure out why Valtteri never achieved what he was capable of.
He was so good in Williams and getting the best out of the Williams.
When you watch that television show, you can really see the pressure he's under, and he's just sitting there.
What television show's that, Brendan? What would that be?
The Formula One Drive to Survive.
Come dine with me. Go, yeah.
It's similar to that because you can just see he's sitting there eating his cream, and it's got a big turd on the top.
Yeah.
He's got the best of it, but it comes at a price. And that's it. It's just slowly eating him away. He's second in the drivers' championship, third in the drivers' championships. He's won 5 constructors' championships, but he's never been the top dog because of Lewis, and that's the turd on the top
That's
of
going
his ice
to
cream.
eat away at you, isn't it? It's going to eat away at you.
We need a turd on the top of the ice cream meme.
That's another night I'll spend doing that then.
Yeah. What else you got to do?
well, hang on. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hello. So, we give a little word from Murray, and then I can hear him.
Unless I'm very much mistaken.
Okay, there's a word from Murray. Let's get an applause there for that. So, that is a long applause. That is a long applause. We're going to go to good race, bad race. We'll say good test, bad test. We'll call it that. And then we can talk about the teams, maybe. What do you reckon? When I say we
covered that.
Did we were just covering pit talk. We were talking about pit stuff.
Oh, okay. Right, okay.
Okay. So let's go to good test, bad test.
Steering wheel, somebody tell him to give it to me. Come on, move.
Okay, that's the intro to good test, bad test. Who's had the best time in testing over the two periods? Who do you think? Who's consistently been good?
Consistent. Well, it's not about consistently being good, is it?
Well, because I thought the first test, McLaren were on top.
Yeah, and everybody's taking a shot at being at the top. I think Ferrari have been the most reliable and the most consistent.
Yeah.
I think McLaren have had quite public issues with their brake ducts and their brakes overheating.
Yeah.
And that's why George was doing short runs last week. They also had issues with Daniel being sick. He got COVID, so he was out for the weekend, and that's not going to do his confidence much good. Brand new car. We've seen what happens when you put Daniel in a new car last year. Maybe he'll get used to this one a bit quicker.
Yeah. I'm just going to get the test results up for Bahrain and who came out on top as teams. F1 Mark's tested Bahrain. Oh, that's 2021.
Power rankings.
What sort of? I'm just looking Bahrain testing Mark's. Bahrain Mark's testing results. Motorsport. Let's go for it. Right. Let's go for it. I'm going to accept those cookies. Thank you. Let's get this onto this screen.
Well, there's a lot of good pictures on that one.
Let's see. Let's share that screen with our audience. Let's do that. Share. Okay, let's have a look. Look at that. So who come out on top? Verstappen. Oh wow. Mick Schumacher. What's going on there?
Now, how's he get? Oh, this is the times on the third test, is it? Or
this is test 3. Test 1. Let's go for test 1. Start out with test 1. Let's have a go. Wow, it's a really mixed bag, isn't it? Ferrari is still up there though. See, Ferrari is still there.
Yeah. Ferrari are doing well out the bag,
Yeah.
And you look at there's a lot of relatively midfield teams at the top there, are in the top half there.
Oh, look at
Mercedes and Red Bull are down in the second half.
Yeah.
And you've got Alfa Romeo up there. You've got who else you got up the top there? Because you just scrolled down.
Oh,
so it's
you can tell you've had a drink.
Just the one.
Look at the bottom of it though. Look at the bottom. Poor old. This is a guy who's going to be dejected. This is a guy that I'm going to play the sad music for.
Pietro Fittipaldi.
Yeah, look. Let's stop that music. We're not having that anymore. That's enough of that. It's Nicky's theme. I'm not doing. We'll have to get some other theme for someone else. Look, Fittipaldi hurt at losing out on Haas race seat. What's your thoughts on that, mate? We know you're a big fan.
Of who? Pietro Fittipaldi?
Yeah. What's going on there?
Well,
that was his big chance, wasn't it? Haas instead turned to Kevin Magnussen.
He's still young, and if you look at, there was issues about how he got his super license.
Yeah, we were talking about that. Go on. Tell us more about that issues about his super license.
So let me
Obviously, as a racer at heart, it's disappointing. It hurts because I know the potential we have and the potential I know I can deliver. Well, Steiner said we needed someone with experience, and I understood that. But it doesn't change my commitment to the team, and the story doesn't end here. Did you read that Steiner sacked Mazepin over with an email or something? Where is it?
Yeah,
that's a bit.
I 100% think that he was only there because Daddy's money. And I think they were happy to get shot of the money and go look for other money. I think Haas will be fine with sponsors. I think they'll find some American sponsors. We said this last week as well, but I think it's good. I think they're happy about it. I think it was a bit of a monkey on the back, the whole family thing.
Yeah. Another opportunity will come, he said. I know the story doesn't end here. Whatever it may be, I told Gunther, is that how you spell it? How you pronounce it even? Not spell it. That's how you spell it. It's on the Gunther. I'm just as committed as before. And every time he puts me in the car, I will be as prepared as can be. And now let's look at the results. Oh, the back. And this is the first test. Where is it? So where is his teammate? Where is his teammate compared to him in the Haas? Where's Schumacher there? Can you see it? This is the first test. George Russell, did Schumacher not go out on that test? Well, he was at the back.
Anyway. He had an oil leak. An oil leak.
Happens to have the best of us, doesn't it? Test 2. Let's see. Did Fittipaldi test on the second tested? Right at the top, K-Mag. K-Mag's right there. Right there at the top. Where is in the Haas? There's Mick Schumacher. Still not the back. See? Oh, crikey.
And there's a Mercedes down there with issues, allegedly.
George Russell had issues, did he? Yeah, allegedly. Yeah, like you can believe anything that comes out of their mouths these days.
I'd like to just thank the guys back at the factory.
Yeah, yeah, those guys back at the factory. I did it for them. So let's have a look at testing 3.
So going back to your question on Pietro Fittipaldi.
Go on, yeah. He's hurt. He's hurt, apparently. Go on, yeah.
He hasn't.
Go on. This is dead air.
Yes, it is. He hasn't won a single race in his last 3 years of competition.
See?
Right.
And what's he been racing?
He's been racing Formula 2.
Push
he
bikes?
raced Asian Formula 3.
Asian
he
Formula
raced
3.
World Series Formula V8.
Yeah.
Right. And he won the championship against a weakened grid. Only 8 drivers contested the round during that year.
A weakened grid. What were they all ill or something? Do they have a cold? A weakened grid. He doesn't deserve the seat, does he? Let's just state it right now. He doesn't deserve the seat.
No, he doesn't. No. And he had to move to DTM to get it, and then he went over to and he ended up being 5th in the season.
Yeah.
But it was he scored points. He scored enough points and had to go to an FIA judgment because of a crash. He had to get the points for the 2017-2018 season to be added on. So he got in through the back door, basically.
Like a technicality, something like that. So I tell you, this drink's going down well, isn't it? It's really, really going down well. Let's have we're celebrating anyway.
Podcast. I've got a smaller glass this week.
You got a smaller glass. I've got a bigger glass there, and a couple of So we're saying
right.
So you're saying really Red Bull, Haas. I'm surprised that Haas has had that would be the dream, wouldn't it? For that first race, when we come to predictions, I might sling K-Mag up there. Although I don't think I've got a picture of K-Mag. I think it's still Mazepin, but I might put him up there. I'm just drawing it, K-Mag. Williams have been a bit floaty, haven't they?
Have a look at that. That's the Formula One website. I've just sent you a link on Saab.
What's that? Okay.
And Saab.
Okay.
But you.
Here we go. Here we go.
Can we talk about our previous employment together?
Our previous employment.
Did you meet the guy that did the WhatsApp advert for McDonald's?
I don't think so. I think
For Budweiser. Do you remember where we used to work?
I remember when we used to work, and I remember there was a guy on a boat who said that. But we'll talk about that.
Anyway, yeah.
Oh my God.
So off here. Right, if you scroll down on that, right, this is Formula One's journalists. This is their opinions. So they're saying Williams were 10.
Right. Okay.
But it does show you the difference in the cars, right? So, and these are the cars from Bahrain. So that car, you look at the side pods here. There's not a lot of side pod there.
No,
There
it's
is air.
just gone down.
There is. It looks like there's air being sucked in and pushed down under the floor,
Yeah.
which may help.
Right.
All right.
They've got the crinkled
And then-
chip look of a side pod there as well. And Mercedes had that a
Yeah,
bit
on the
before, didn't
floor.
they? But
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
and we go into Alfa Romeo. Look, they got the
Yeah.
high.
And
Go on.
you can see the sort of the undercut under the side pods there, the big air intakes, and then the sculpted, sort of scalloped, rounded edges, creating a wing like at the side there.
Yeah. Yeah. So
they were.
this looks quite conventional. Haas looks really like conservative. Not that I know what I'm talking about, but the car looks kind of conservative, really, for Haas.
It's quite balanced, I think. It's not one extreme or the other.
Yeah.
And I think that's because they've had time to test all those different options, and this is what they've decided on, you know.
Yeah.
Whereas Mercedes went from the big side pods to the really narrow side pods over a weekend. Red Bull did something similar. AlphaTauri have done something similar as well.
Okay.
I really like the color scheme and everything on the AlphaTauri. It's a good looking car, I think.
I think it's a good looking car. I still think they should have stuck with the old camouflage thing, but yeah,
that was Alfa Romeo.
That's what I said. That's another retraction, isn't it? There we go.
Yeah.
And Alpine, how are they doing?
The cars have gone on fire a couple of times, but they're doing all right.
Yeah, that's not what you want, is it? That's not.
No,
it's not a plus if you're getting into a car.
Not a confidence booster.
It's not a confidence booster for a race if it was catching on fire in a test.
Yeah. So these guys have Mercedes in third.
Okay.
Out of pre-season testing.
Okay.
Overall, and I think that's pretty fair. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can see how far that wing mirror extends.
And they're saying that's a protective thing. I just think that's just really. I'm so mean, aren't I? And Ferrari number 2, and they've got who they got on top, and they got our old friend Red Bull.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, shall we have another little word from Murray? Yeah.
Yeah. Where is
and we're going to go for big balls because it's only going to be a short big balls, and then a little bit of nostalgia, and then we'll go to our predictions. How about that? Okay, so let's have a little word from Murray.
No, my goodness!
Okay, that's well done, Murray. He's always got something to say. Well done, Murray. Oh dear, we've had a drink, haven't we? We can tell those applauses are getting longer. So we're going to go for. We were going for big balls, weren't we? So here we go.
Big balls,
Here's big balls.
Well now, James, they've changed the regulations concerning the airboxes and the wings, and yet you're still extremely fast. How do you do it?
Big balls. I've only got one article for big balls. I've only got stop that. Okay, we've only got one article for big balls. Now I'm gonna risk being contentious. Here we go. Are you ready?
That's unlike you, my friend. Unlike you.
Kvyat agree for the cookies. Kvyat refuses. Oh, where's it gone? Refuses to sign FIA document and sits on the sidelines for a year. What do you think of that? Oh, it's all gone quiet. He's been testing, hasn't he? He's been testing. But is it big balls? Because he's not been picked anyway for this year. So it's like...
No. He's Alpine's development driver, isn't he?
I think that's what he's got on his shirt. Former F1 driver, Red Bull Racing. Yeah. Does not agree with the measures imposed by the FIA against Russian drivers and teams. The Russian therefore refuses to sign the conditions to be allowed to race. Is it big balls though? If he's not racing anyway, he's got to have been dropped for like testing, hasn't he? He's got to have been dropped. What do you reckon?
Who was he with? Let's find out.
If he drove in Formula, replaced by Max Verstappen, who nicked his missus as well. That's terrible. I mean, nick the guy's job and his missus. Weird. Anyway, after serving at Alpine,
like the baby mama as well. You know, it's not just his missus.
What is that? What? Has she got a kid with him?
Yeah.
No. That's a world exclusive, isn't it? Jesus Christ.
Don't think so.
That's I don't know what to say about that.
He was reserve driver for Alpine last year, and this year he's been entered to compete in the FIA World Endurance Championship for G-Drive Racing.
Right.
But this team withdrew on the 6th of March.
Okay.
And that's where he is currently.
Yeah. Now nominating for big balls doesn't really seem that. I mean, it's just going to take a year out and wait for everything hopefully to die down, I suppose. Yeah. I think his time's over, isn't he? He's been given a couple of chances, which is a shame because we looked at his stats before and he had great stats. It is a shame. Poor old Danny. In fact,
and I can confirm that he does have a daughter with Kelly Piquet.
You've just confirmed that. See, we do not produce misinformation on this podcast. Poor old.
Fake news.
I don't know who we're clapping there.
I have a nomination for big balls, and that's for Nicholas Latifi putting the fire out on his own brakes on the Williams. That's quite really? Big balls.
And that was in testing, and he just stopped. How did he do it? Did he wee on them?
A fire extinguisher, obviously.
Oh.
But he was directing the marshals, and he took the extinguisher off them and got in amongst it and put the flames out. It was. Yeah.
Well, and we can't show that video, can we? Because
probably not.
We'll probably get a copyright strike. You know what these people are like. So now I thought we'd go for just a tiny bit of nostalgia. I just wanted to talk after following our interview with the legend Ernie Strong, a legend. I think we'll give a little clap there. Nostalgia. Check it out on YouTube and on the podcast. I just wanted to touch on some other violent instances. I like a bit of violence. No, I don't.
Only in the bedroom, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, easy tiger. So, and our old friend, here's a link. Our old friend PK performed one. In a race, I think it was Monza. Don't quote me on that. I'm not Punchy's driver. Don't quote me on that. It might not be Monza. Let's have a look. Now this guy. Here we go. Let's see if we. I'm just going to put it on. Let's see if we can get it without any. Not get a Oh wow! Get a copyright strike on this. Now, I think he's probably done this. Apparently, these two guys were best man 1982 German Grand Prix. See, already I'm all over the show. The 1982 German Grand Prix. Let's see if we can put this on. Okay. This is how you do it. We didn't see the incident, did we? Let's see the incident. I think we're going to get copied done for this. I wanted to show you this. Here we go. No, let's just do it. Here we go. I'm going to put it on. Let's share the screen. And if we have to cut this out, people, I'm terribly sorry. Go look on YouTube and you can find it yourself. But we're going to go for it here. Let's go. There's no sound. I won't put the sound on. See? So here we go. So here he goes. It comes around the corner here. This is meant to be his friend. They were best mates, like. Oh.
Where are you putting the? Are you sharing your screen?
I'm not sharing the screen.
All right, you're going to commentate on it.
Okay, we're going to share the screen with you guys. Here we go. Let's go back. Let's see. This is F1 copyrighted stuff, but we're going to do it anyway. So this is him going round. This is the German Grand Prix. So that was his mate. They used to share a plane together. Everything. Look, out gets PK. He is furious. Look at this dude. I mean, I didn't do anything. What are you talking? Have that.
Yeah, friends do that to each other, mate.
Yeah, friends do that. PK with the time it allowed Patrick Tombe to score his only win, only F1. Oh, let's look at this again. Let's see how this is. I don't have some of that. Look at that. That's how you do it. If he's willing to slap someone with a helmet on, you know. Anyway,
yeah,
that's all I've got for nostalgia, and it's going to get copyright striked. So there you go. So we'll have to end that segment for nostalgia. We've done too much nostalgia, I think. We did that marvelous interview.
It was great.
It was great, and yeah, he'll be back. Right. So let's just get on with this. And let's get with the predictions, okay? Or should we have another little word from Murray first? Let's have a little word from Murray first, yeah? Let's have a look up here.
Yeah.
Look up.
But 4 cars in the lead are both on a 2-stop strategy.
Okay, that's from Murray. Oh, mate, Murray. Okay.
We need to get a proper intro for the
Prediction
section.
I'm on it. I don't mind. I spent so much time. Here we go. This is how we're doing our predictions, guys. This is how we're doing it. Here we go. So Brendan's on the left. I'm on the right. So what are you going to go for the top 10? Who? This is for the race. Come on, let's have it now.
The final. This is going to be the finishing.
We're doing the whole prediction for the first race.
Right. I reckon Max is going to win.
You reckon Max is going? Where is our Max? There. Where is he? I've mixed them all up, haven't I? Look at that. Why would I do that? Oh, I've still got Mazepin there.
Why have you got the?
There he is. Here he is. You reckon you're going to go for Max, right? You're going to go for Max at number 1. We're going to put Max there. Okay. Now for me, I'm going to roll the dice. I'm going to go Russell. I reckon he's going to hang his balls out there. That's what I'm going to go for.
I reckon Russell and Norris are going to be second and third. I don't know what order they're going to be in, but let's say Norris in second and Russell in third.
Russell down there.
Yeah.
You reckon Norris? You reckon McLaren have got it together?
Yeah. Oh no. Actually.
Oh no! So here we go.
I'm going to put Russell in fourth. I'm going to put Russell in fourth, actually.
In fourth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think Norris.
Where did you want Norris?
I reckon third, and I reckon Carlos Sainz is going to be second.
Carlos Sainz. Where is he? Can you see him? I've still got Nicky there. That's terrible. Where's Sainz? Oh, he's up the top. Okay. You've got. What about Leclerc? You think Leclerc's had his day?
No.
That's your top 4 at the moment, right? So I'm going Russell first. Where's Maxi boy? Let's get Max. There. I've got to copy him. I'm going. Well, that didn't copy. What happened there?
Are you stealing him?
I'm stealing him from the top slot there. Here we go. Let's put there. So I reckon Russell. Do you know what? I'm going to go for this. I don't know if I'm brave enough to put a Haas in the podium. On the podium, what do you reckon?
J-Mag?
Well, right. I've only got Mazepin here, and obviously he's not allowed. So I'm going to put K-Mag there, right? Wow. Let's just quickly just cross that out and put K. K there. That's K Mag. I will sort this out, viewers. K Mag there. Okay. I'm taking a gamble. That's K Mag there. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Hamilton. I like to think Hamilton, he's going to be up there still.
It's an interesting flag you've got there. And did you see about Hamilton changing his name?
That was another one of our news stories, wasn't it? I don't know how I feel about that. It's going to hurt his brand more than anything, isn't it? It's symbolic, isn't it? I suppose. If he feels like that, I think good on him. Good on him if he feels like he wants to do that. I'm going to put Hamilton fourth. Let's now it's about filler, isn't it? It's about filler. I haven't even put a Ferrari there. Jeez. Where are the Ferraris? Ferrari. And they're going to be super reliable. I'm good. I do rate science.
I reckon Leclerc will be fifth in my line.
Okay. I reckon they're going to come line.
And then Hamilton sixth.
Hold on. Hamilton, where is he? Where's my sixth? Yeah. Who else? Okay. Danny
Rick, and then
I'm going to get Norris down here. I don't think Norris is going to have a good race. I don't think Danny Rick's making top 10. I really don't.
Really? Wow.
I think Perez. There.
Yeah, I'm going to put Perez 7th and Danny Rick 8th.
Okay, let's put Perez 7th. Danny Rick 8th. You're brave there. I think he's a yesterday man.
No, I don't think he is, man.
Right.
And Pierre. Then Pierre.
The solid Pierre Gasly. Where is he here? Bottas, Latifi.
Right. Pierre, and then Fernando.
Yeah, I'm going to go for that as well. And who else?
Fernando and 10.
You're going to go for Alonso. I'm going to go for Vettel. I'm going to go for the old timers bringing up the rear. And what is the fastest lap? It's Bahrain in the first race. What's the fastest lap last year?
I've got no idea.
Well, you're the man in the pits. Come on, let's do it. Fastest lap.
I was thinking about the other thing though.
Lap time, the pole position. Oh, we haven't done pole. Oh, do you know what? I'm going to go Russell. Pole.
Pole last year was 128.997.
Okay. I want to get in there and do some writing in there. Let's do it. I'm going to go. This is mine. 1. Is it going to be much different? What was the? Okay. 1:27.654. That's mine. And the fastest lap, I'm going to go Hamilton. No, Verstappen. There you go. That's my.
During the race.
Yeah, because he's going to be. Look, he's running up second here. He's going to be chasing down. There we go. Pole. And what are you going for there for the pole?
I reckon Max will get pole.
You reckon Max is going to get pole? Okay. Let's do that.
So the fastest lap last year was 1:32.09.
Okay. Really? We've gone right down there.
Well, that was the pole. That was qualifying. That was the pole position lap time.
Okay.
So
yeah, it's always a couple. It's always a couple of seconds more than the pole time. I always find. What are we doing here? We don't know what we're doing. Who are you getting fastest lap first?
I reckon pole will be Verstappen. Fastest lap will be Russell.
Okay, you reckon fastest lap Russell?
And I reckon he'll do 133.4.
You're going 1:33. So you 0.4. We're just doing the 0.4. You're not going to go
133.
That's what I said. That's what I did.
So I said booby trap.
Okay, right. So I'm going to amend mine more in line with yours because now I'm getting a bit wobbly. Right.
Oh, right. Because you're feeling the pressure, are you?
Felt the pressure already. 1:31.654. And you just go, look, we're going to get a point here. If we get it, you might get it on the button here.
473.
7-3. Okay, let's zoom out and see those predictions. Cast in stone. We've got that now. That's our predictions. Okay. And then we'll go check on these next week, can't we? We can check on these and we'll total up the points. We haven't worked out the points system yet, people. We do have a system. We're waiting
for Jack.
We're still waiting for Jack, our overlord, to post us the predictions point scoring. It's so convoluted. I never understood it. And I've been doing these predictions for well over 15 years now. So
I think it'd be good to get Jack on as a Formula One guest on the podcast.
I've reached out. I've reached out to see if he wants to come. Oh, Jesus, I've been knocking this microphone all over the place. Do you think drinking and doing a podcast is a good idea?
Mate, it's better than sitting in front of the telly all night.
Mm.
Oh, you're on the beer now. Oh, you're going to feel like crap in the morning.
Well, there was only a little bit of wine left, and I thought I'll just finish that off. And then is it beer then wine? Wine then beer? I don't understand the difference.
You live in a house where there's wine left over?
Yeah. I know, that's terrible, isn't it? Okay.
So
before we wrap up, okay, let's go to the comments, okay? We've got to go to the comments. We've had
I'd like to see these.
Those
emails haven't come through yet, by the way.
What emails? All those emails are from our fans? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
A plethora of comments on our YouTube channel.
Clogging the servers up, probably.
It probably is. We've got hundreds and thousands of all our dedicated subscriber.
Hundreds and dozens.
Hundreds and dozens. Let's get to the comments here now. We have. Let's just find out where the comments are. Okay.
Stop sharing the screen.
I'm not going to share the screen. No, I'm just going to read the comments out off this bit of paper that I'm pretending to. So, David Kelly says. Excuse me.
Take the predictions down.
Oh no, leave them there. They'll be fine. Oh, should we? Okay. Let's get rid of the predictions. Okay. Well, now I can't see the comments. Okay, there we go. David Kelly says more of the lady in the background of the pic. Great. No, he actually says Greta show, guys. Love it. Now I think that's a Freudian slip myself. I think it's meant to be great show, but he's made a Freudian slip. Who do we know called Greta? Who do you know called Greta? I think he's harboring a secret desire there. So he wants to see more. So we've got to fulfill.
I think she should be called Greta from now on, though.
We should call her Greta in honor of that great. He did try and correct his own comment. He doesn't really understand that there's an edit button on the comments. He's just putting great show. I mean, I think he's trying to, he's signaling out there, isn't he? He's signaling out to Greta.
You know what? It's nice to know that our viewers are as professional as we are.
As computer literate as we are.
Is it literate? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think we should wrap it up. I think one more from Murray. How many Murrays have we done? I can't go through this now.
You got 4?
I've got 4, but we have to reuse them. He's up. Oh.
Where is he now?
He's at.
Like a ferried up a drain pipe.
Okay, people. Thank you so much. The man in the pits with the tits. That has been the Effing One podcast show. As true to form, we've been dangerously unprofessional tonight by drinking on the job, but we didn't promise any kind of quality in this show, did we? We didn't promise that, did we? So we will see you next week to see the results of our predictions and the results of the first race. It's getting very exciting.
I'm excited. Are you going to be watching it?
I'm going to be watching it Sunday. Yeah, and
nice.
Well, obviously. Hang on a minute. No, I'm not going to watch it at all, Brendan. I'm going to give it a miss. Do you know what? Motor racing really isn't my thing.
No, you should try it sometime.
Yeah, I've not told you that. I just don't even like this thing. What? I don't even know who these people are. Okay, mate. Well, we'll see you next week. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.